is you will notice that when you first begin setting up your deadlines, the notify checkboxes on your client files are blank by default. And that is to let you know that you have not set up the notifications for this particular client. It is individual per client that you'll be setting this up. If you'd like to set it up, you'll want to go back to the Client Info tab, and then on the right hand side, once again below the scratch pad we looked at earlier, there's a button here labeled Client Options. Now within here there's a variety of different general options and things you can do, including telling the program who should always be responsible for different task types on this client's file. And there is in here a tab labeled Auto Notifications. So you want to tell it which of the notification types do you want to set up. Now if I actually had an email on this client's file, the email would already be filled out, but I'm just going to type in test@testing.ca. So what you want to do is you want to then choose which type of notification does this client prefer to use. So do they prefer email, letter, fax, or phone call? And as a funny note, because we have been asked this enough times, if you choose the phone call option, ClearBiz as a software will not call the client for you, but it will tell you who you should call and what their information is. Once you've made your selection, simply hit Finish, and it will say, okay, I'm taking care of that for you. And you will then see the notify checkboxes will be filled out for this particular client. That's to let you know it's been set up. Once it's been set up for at least one client in your system, you will then see this window come up here called the Auto Notification Wizard. This will come up for every user that logs into the program before anything else. Now the reason why every user sees this is because generally offices choose one person to be responsible for these particular types of notifications. However, if that user is gone for a couple of days because they're sick or on vacation, the rest of the office still needs to be aware of the different types of notifications that have to be sent out. You can, however, go to the top of the list here and tell it to show you only the notifications that are applicable to you. And then if you're the person sending this out, when you hit send, it's going to confirm if you want to do this or not. When you confirm that you want to do this, it'll use your default email program, and it will fill out the client's email address, the subject, and in most cases it will have the body of the email here that is filled out automatically. So you can make any further adjustments if you wish. The body of the email is based on a template that I'll show you how to modify from the software. So if you want to attach any files or make any last minute changes, this is where you're going to want to do that because it's your real email program. Now if you'd like to change the templates for the bodies of the notification, you'll want to go to the Tools menu, and in here click on the Edit Task Settings Wizard. Once in here, there are two major tabs. You'll want to click on the one labeled Other Task Options. And then in here, click the big green button, and this will allow you to change the templates for what it says in the body of the email. These templates are a global setting per task type, so they apply to all clients for this kind of task. And that way you can change them to be a little more relevant to your office. Once you've had a chance to save those, there is one other setting you can utilize, which tells the program the amount of business days in advance of the final deadlines that these types are going to be set to go out to your clients. You can see the defaults here are 15 business days, but you can make this whatever you want. So if you leave it as 15 business days, that's more like 19 days in reality because of the amount of weekends that would be within that time period. Now the very last thing we're going to point out about business clients is in the same settings area under the General tab, there is an option here called the in-house due date period, which is once again global per task type in your program. So what this does is it tells the program that when the task deadlines get scheduled onto your task calendars, they're going to be placed there this many business days in advance of the final deadline. So for example, if we take one of these and make it 8 business days, then how this works is if you were to pretend that that type was due on Sunday the 27th, it would actually appear in your calendar on Wednesday the 16th because that is 8 business days prior to that Sunday. This in-house due date setting is considered to be a first line of defense to making sure that you're not missing the work for your clients.